In fact, this is one of the topics which was not included in my channel. And this channel with 1,800 videos today for you has almost every topic, or if I can say every, it is there. So we didn't talk before about the pentatonic scale because Paco did not use this scale. Also in flamenco the statics will be very awkward if I come with the sound like it would be just, I don't know how to do this today, but you know, I know the fingerings because this, of course, we should know also to do arrangements and for different things, like for example in F, in key of F minor, we have this. Then we have next is and then so this thing here in flamenco is not very good idea to use because statics are not very much matching with this pentatonic thing. Of course, if you play also blues stuff, or that's why this topic related to bendings, these things here in flamenco we don't use that. Maximum bending you will see Paco doing phrases like, which emulates a bit of the singing. In this sense you can do, but have to be careful. So same thing or similar happens with this pentatonic scale, and of course it has wonderful use because, let's say for example, if you could use one fragment of it with a very special contour and pattern, just a little bit of this thing, and a nice usage. For example, for a minor chord, also you might often use this from the second, so it means F sharp minor over E minor chord. So over this chord, F sharp minor pentatonic. Just through this pattern. So let's say if I play a phrase like that, then that will be okay, but not more than that. Otherwise, of course, you could also use, let's say, for those who want to talk of A major in this case instead of F sharp minor pentatonic, I could use just the limits of the fingering, Paco's fingering itself. So I have A major, and I could use, which is not pentatonic idea, but just the first and last note of each string. So this is interesting. So Paco used sometimes. And then that's what it appears to be pentatonic, but actually is not. Right? This is A major scale. Right? So then now if I play the first and middle note, or the first and the last note, then that is one thing. This is in fingering 5. Then, for example, in fingering 1, it's similar almost to the pentatonic thing, but let's take on D major. Show you one example with fingering 4, which Paco used a lot. This kind of lick, you see. All these things we do in our harmony classes, but we do in Skype classes about these things, like which scale you can use over a piece. That's a very interesting topic. And of course, I'm not against pentatonic scale. I like it. I like how Laughlin uses, how other people use. But Paco was a bit reluctant to this thing, and for a good reason. Because if I go with a chord, which has to be a Spanish sound, and I go, then of course this destroys the style. Just like if I suppose a blues group invites me to play in a gig and I go and do some flamenco thing inside. It's just other thing. Of course, people do some fusion about this blues in flamenco, which Paco also did not like, by the way. In fact, he never did pieces like that, because it's opposite, just as a style, right? So this is one use, and also I remember that, but of course elements are there, and you could use fragments of that, and then we're talking about choosing notes, 3 aspects there to create a solo or a composition, musical composition. Choosing notes, the contour. So choosing notes means which scales we will use. Pentatonic, whole tone, etc. And mainly Paco de Lucia used only modal language, whole tone, diminished, and minor harmonic, minor melodic scales. So there's 6 things. The symmetric scale, very little bit, but also sometimes that's also possible to use. By the way, the only scale which has 9 notes instead of 8, like, or 8 instead of 7. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that also, but that sounds kind of Arabic thing. That's similar to our style. But if I go, right, this leaks, you know, in electric guitar many people play the pentatonic thing. But then there is also an advanced way to use it, which I, for example, observed in John Laughlin. One is that for E minor, for a minor chord, he's using from the second. So we have. Flat third if it is a sub-diminished chord. Suppose it's E7, E minor 7, flat 5. Right? These kind of things, this is a very interesting thing, right? And of course this playing this pentatonic scale from the second of a minor chord will give the idea of some Dorian elements there, because it has the major 6. And then it's up to the patterns you use it and the context. You can use everything, right? But I'm saying just regarding Paco de Lucia's style, he did not like to use it, so he did not use that. But he knew some leads or that, just to play jokes. That's what they want, that. So, of course, that doesn't mean we would not use it. Eventually, we can also use, but we have to know the difference also between this interpolations of notes and pentatonic scale, because this is not pentatonic. But if I play with the finger in 3 on A, for A major, then it's similar, but this is actually modal because of the notes of the notes here are contained inside the ionic scale. So if I just use fragments of that, then that's not pentatonic, right? But it may sound like. So this is a very interesting question, and with this we complete what about pentatonic scale in flamenco. And of course you can use for some good reason. It depends if it's opportune to use. Like for example, this thing here. Right, something like this. Just a very short phrase. I don't know if this one sounds good or not there, but. C minor. Right, but again, this thing, Laughlin does great stuff, but I don't know how to use it very, very well because we almost don't use it. This is one thing, but of course, it's up to you to experience the thing and try to experiment. Was not very good because that chord does not like very much Dorian thing. So yeah, you can search out examples. In fact, in the trio you can see some of these pentatonic scales used here and there. And this is a very interesting topic. And of course you should know, look, I know the fingering, I know what is the thing that I don't play. When I play, I don't play that. Because Paco said this destroys the style. So some people try to do this fusion thing. He said that was a confusion, actually. Because blues has nothing to do with this scale. Here we're using the scales which emulate the singer. So anything here which sounds this way, it's okay. But if I go, that is not a description of a flat 9 chord. Right? So everything which does not fit with the 5th 7 flat 9 is not fitting in flamenco, because flamenco means 2 chords, right? Flat 6 and 5th 7 flat 9. And this chord is although it's a dominant chord, does not admit any use of the pentatonic scale. While other dominant chords, let's say if I have this A7, 13, 9, A flat 7. Then here I could use from the 5th, and then sounds good. For those who knows how to use that scale, because it also depends how you use it, as I said. Right, from the 5th, and on from the 1st. That also could be. From the flat 7 could be if it is alter, let's say. So all these things are there, right? From the 4th also could be. different views that in the jazz realm are there, right? But we don't play jazz, we play flamenco. So although Paco incorporated so many elements from the jazz features, some things just do not fit well. That's what he said, but I believe it because I followed that line. And that's why pentatonic scale has its place, should be studied, of course. And if you listen to Korea, how he used that, like, crazy, amazing things there. So I'm sure you can also derive benefit by exploring that.